April, I'm going to bring April on. April has also just an amazing story. April, in under 6 months, her A1c, you guys, was at 7.4. Now it's at 4.8. This is in under 6 months. She's lost 65 pounds. You guys, 65 pounds. She's lost 50.75 inches. She's totally off metformin. She's down 6 sizes. And you get to meet her right now. April, girl, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You look amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, when you see those stats, are you still just like blown away at yourself? I mean, honestly, 65 pounds?
I'm proud of it. It's a lot of hard work.
You know, I was talking.
Hard to believe that in 6 months.
Yeah, right. And I was talking to AJ. I don't know if you watched when I was talking to her, but it just goes to show you that inflammation, and you had a lot of inflammation. We're going to talk about that, but you had a lot of inflammation. It just goes to show you that you can be young like you, or you can be, middle-aged or a little older, and inflammation knows no age. Right? You tell us about you. So first of all, you're the mother of twin beautiful boys at ages of what? How are they? Old are they?
They're 2.
Yeah, she has twin boys, okay? And you need a lot of energy to be able to, mother twin boys, right?
Yes, very much.
And so you were diagnosed with diabetes. How long have you had diabetes?
Since 2014.
Okay, so 6 years you've been diagnosed with diabetes. You were diagnosed with PCOS, which is basically chronic inflammation, hormone imbalance. And your doctor, physician told you that you needed to be on metformin and you would never get off metformin your entire life, right?
Correct. I was put on metformin before being diagnosed with diabetes.
And why? Why did he do you know why he put you on metformin?
The insulin resistance.
Right. And when you went on metformin, did it do anything for you?
Tear my stomach up. That's about it.
Yeah. So you had symptoms of bad nausea, bloating, pain,
diarrhea. Yeah.
Yeah. And that must have been pretty challenging to be able to be the mom of your beautiful twin boys when you're feeling like total crap.
That was before the boys, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, okay, so you started that before the boys, and then you had your twins, and then you continued on with the drugs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what made you decide that you just had to do something? Like, what was it that said, you know what, I just need to figure out a different way because obviously what I'm doing isn't working? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Through the years, I yo-yo dieted, I guess, and worked out with personal trainers, dropped and gained. And the last couple of years before I had the boys, went through several losses. So got more understanding of how short life is. And then had my boys, my diabetes started I didn't really have a lot of time to take care of myself. So I knew that I had to do something to get my diabetes back in better control.
I mean, you had pretty low energy too, didn't you? And had like a lot of fatigue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And so, and I know you've shared this with me, but your boys are a big reason why you wanted to get better.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be here to raise them.
Yeah. And so when, were you scared too that your diabetes might get worse?
Yes.
Yeah, because you're young, right? I mean, you're 30?
37.
Yeah, I mean, you're young to have that. And so did you ever think when you decided to make a decision to, reverse your diabetes, did you think you would be able to do that?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think I've known anyone to reverse it.
And your doctors were telling you couldn't, right?
Right. They said I'd never come off metformin because of the insulin resistance, my body not knowing how to process the insulin.
Yeah, and when you were on metformin and your blood sugars were in the high hundreds or low 200s?
Correct.
With metformin.
Right.
And then after 2 or 3 months of decreasing your inflammation, doing the process that I teach, you went off, we got you off metformin in like 3 months, and then your blood sugars now are normal.
Right.
How is that even possible?
If you give your body what it needs, it wants to heal itself.
Say that again.
If you give your body what it needs, it wants to heal itself.
Yes. Yes. And this is what I just want everybody in this group to hear, because I think there's so many women that are in their 20s and 30s that are younger that think, nah, diabetes won't affect me, or it won't get worse. I got this. And it will if you don't take control of it, right? And there's a lot of ladies in here too who think that just because they're older, that they'll never be able to do this work. And we've just proven with AJ and now with you, the difference in age, that when you decrease inflammation and you do the work, you can reverse your diabetes, you can reverse your PCOS, lose 65 pounds, really, get off metformin, and tell us how you feel today.
I feel great. Accomplished. And I mean, life's short. My dad, he passed at 47 from complications of diabetes. He didn't take care of himself. My mom had fatty liver and passed at 53. So I mean, life is short. It's never a bad time to want to change things.
Yeah. When you look back 6 months ago, tell me the difference between 6 months ago when you were watching, in this group, watching videos of women claiming to have lost 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, right? Which a lot of these ladies are watching you and they're like, 65 pounds, really? This was just five or 6 months ago. Look back at that and share how you feel about the progress you've made in that period of time.
It was a tough decision to join. I had joined the group back in December and then enrolled in May. But I am a stay-at-home mom, so being a one-income household, it was hard to spend the money on myself. But looking back at it, it was so worth it. Yeah. I can't imagine the years that I've probably added to my life.
Yeah. And just, the energy and the health that you're offering now to your boys and your family, it's like a trickle-down effect,
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I am so proud of you. You amazing. I mean, 65 pounds, your A1c is normal. You are still doing the work, obviously, but you're a rock star. You're a total rock star. And you don't want to, and you have such a hard time admitting that, don't you? She's like,
I do.
She's like, I don't want to brag. You're not bragging. You're sharing your story because you did the hard work. It's not like I told AJ, you don't just get 65 pounds and off medications given to you on a platter. I mean, you've got to do the work. But, like I always say, pick your heart, right? I mean, right. 6 months ago, if you wouldn't have done this work, you would have been worse than you are when you started.
Right.
And we know that for sure, because inflammation doesn't decrease if you do nothing.
And the support in the group is amazing.
Yeah, the sisterhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite? The last question, what do you think has been the highlight for you in the process of healing your body? What has been the highlight?
Outside of the health benefits, the relationships that have formed inside the group, especially during a time when we're not supposed to be out. It's bonding and finding common ground with other ladies from all over.
Yeah. There's something to be said about having a sisterhood, especially during a pandemic, right? April, I love you, girl. I'm so proud of you. You have just done amazing. You are a rock star and you're beautiful. And I am just so happy for you. And thank you for sharing your story with the girls here in the group. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Wow, you guys. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? I am talking about what is possible for you when you make a decision to do what it takes to get healthy.